So, I did rewatch one of my videos, and I do realize that my fan makes a lot of noise, and that probably makes my videos a little hard to listen to. I am so sorry. I can't turn it off though because my room would be unbearable if it was off. I am so sorry. So I totally understand if you guys aren't watching my videos all the way through, but I'm just talking to have fun and talk. So, so that's okay. Sorry. But okay, so this this is gonna be fun to talk about. So one of the most influential series that I have ever read is a trilogy. She calls it a chronicle. Um, it's only 3 books though, so it's a trilogy. Uh, but okay, so it's the Magravandias uh, Chronicles, and I'm laughing because it was recommended to me by a friend um, back in back in high school, and it was recommended to me because she said it was one of the most disturbing books that she had read thus far, and there is an aspect to it that is extremely disturbing and weird. Um, you know how you know how Cersei and Jaime are in Game of Thrones? There's a little bit of that in the first book. So it's icky. But hear me out. No, I don't like that part. But the rest of it is so good. It's one of the best series I've ever read. Um I am genuinely in love with the series. I wish there was more. There's never going to be more. Um, Unfortunately, the author passed away a couple of years ago. I was very sad to learn that. Um, and I hope she had a beautiful, amazing, fantastic life. The author is Storm Constantine, and um, and she's written other books that I did enjoy, but this series has stuck with me. I read most of it while I was on a family vacation in which my best friend went with at the time, and I read a lot of it when we were in a pretty creepy campground. It's not a horror story; it's a fantasy story, but I was not having a great time when we were at that campground because I was just moody. I was a moody teenager. Um, but I did a lot of reading while we were there, and that was nice. I have some ghost stories from there too, just so you know. Um, but like, um, it's hard to say that that's one of my favorite things when what I just told you about happens in it. But here's the thing. Um, so what it's about is about a family who lived in an area by the ocean, and another royal family came in early on and took over their kingdom by force. And you see that in horrific detail in the beginning, and it's incredible. You see that in the beginning, and it's upsetting, um, but in like a fiction, exciting kind of way, and not a like, oh, kind of way. Um, you see that, and then you see that family and the people around them years and like generations later, um, making that right, but it doesn't go smoothly, and um, it's not because they're feeling a sense of like extreme valor or like that they're trying to win their honor back. It's that they like they were meant to. They were meant to take that power back to their land, and that they were meant to like rise above what happened to them generations ago. Um, and they were meant to see this fall and this magic that happens, and they were meant to be part of it, but the people in their lives were also meant to be part of it too. Um, so you see like these growing journeys of all these people, um, and like part and like some of the people that you see the journey of, not not amazing stories, but so there are slow parts to the books, and yet I still feel like they are 5-star reads. Do they have downsides? Yes, but I don't care because it turns out amazing. Every part of it is something that I keep gravitating back to. It's so good. Um, I like Valraven. He's kind of a dry character, but I do really like him. Um, his sister is, I don't like his sister. But I do like the lady he does eventually marry. Um, I do like the kids when they show up in the later books. I feel so bad for them. You would, if you've read them, you know why. Um, my favorite character is Castor, and it's been a favorite name of mine, partially because of this book, because I love him. I love him, and he basically has like a mental death, and he comes back as spoilers. He comes back as Tarot but that doesn't last long because everyone recognizes him for who he used to be. And he didn't really change that much. The man ran away. The man ran away from his problems because they were big problems, okay? Like, I don't blame him that much. Um, I would have too. He ran away from his best friend falling in love with a weird guy that was, like, cruel to him and cruel to everyone around him. And like, his sister passed away in a tragic way. Um, he was falling for somebody, like he was a little bit like homophobic. He he eventually falls in love with a man, by the way, but he was falling for somebody that he didn't feel comfortable falling in love with. His whole world was falling apart, so he ran away. He learned magic in the woods. He met some really crazy people, who I really enjoy. I still think back to them because some of the characters he meets are incredible. Like there's this one lady that what she worships is like a it's like a god, that has like a lot of eyes, and but it's like in a peacock style. That is so cool. That is so cool. Um, he ends up getting an apprentice. His apprentice is annoying. I love him. He's annoying. Um, but I'm glad he gets him. The guy he falls in love with, he's so like he's very he's not a he he's a soft character, but he's strong and soft. I really like that. I really like him. I really like that they fall in love. I really like that one of my other favorite characters, the one that marries Valraven later, I really like that she secretly falls in love with Castor based on his pictures and the stories his family tells about him, and that she's still basically in love with him when he reappears. He doesn't really want that much to do with her, but he puts up with her. Kind of love that. I don't want that for me, obviously. Nobody wants that for them, but like, I do kind of love that for her. Um, and I do like her, and I do like the villains. I like all the villains in the story. They're horrible. They're horrible people. I love how they're written though. Everything but like these like there are like small slow parts, um, that I honestly skimmed because they were so slow, because it was dragging. But everything else about these books, just incredible. And I wanted to live in that world, that setting, these with these characters far longer than I got to because it's only a trilogy. Um, but oh, it's incredible. If there was fan fiction, I've looked up fan fiction for it. Like that's how much I love it. I wasn't able to find it. One of my favorite series of all time. It's Magravandias series. I will have put the images up throughout 3 books. Uh, I'm basically out of time, but I will have inserted them. It's so good.